Join the movement. Go all electric with Pure Electric.
Hi everybody, I'd like to start by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land that we live and work and create homes on, the Ngunnawal people. Today I'm going to be talking about a project that we refer to as the Fabode, which is a bit of a play on words. Abode meaning home. Fab is actually to do with their name, but it also reflects that we think this is a pretty fabulous little home. It's recently won the Australian Green Smart National Award for renovation and addition projects, but notably this project doesn't involve any addition. It is purely a renovation within the existing footprint. This is a screen capture from their website. I also did a presentation earlier this year, which you can find on the YouTube channel of Renew, which talks about retrofitting for energy efficiency and comfort. And I look at two projects, including this one. I think it starts at around 23 minutes, the information about this particular house, but there's also another great little one there. So that's worth checking out. But let's dive in and let me give you a bit of a tour. So this is a little home in the suburb of Kaleen in Canberra, 115 square metres, pretty classic rectangular suburban home. It was in a state of a little bit of disrepair. It had had some moisture problems, had some, it really was in need of some attention. So lots of our clients, the friends and family of our clients, thought they should knock down and rebuild, but they could see the potential and they thought the house perhaps had good bones, and we agreed. Here you can see before and after plan. So initially the house had very distinct spaces. So the kitchen was down this end, disconnected from the dining room, narrow doorway through here, and then another narrow doorway and a small entry and another doorway to get through to the living space, and then the bedrooms along the back. So it felt very compartmentalised. It also didn't have any connection through to the front and backyards apart from the front door and the laundry door. So really a wasted opportunity, a lovely block and lots of potential. So the clever architects on my team, or particularly Renee Williams, opened up the design. So we moved the kitchen and dining down to this end of the home. You can see north through here. Opened up connection through to the front and the backyards. Created an additional living space that we refer to as a multi-purpose room, because it can also close down and function very well as a guest bedroom. A more generous entry that cleverly sort of integrates a study nook, which you'll see some pictures of. We maintained 3 bedrooms, but we snuck in an extra bathroom, so an ensuite off the main bedroom, and the laundry very cleverly tucks into a small space in the hallway. If you have a little look down in this corner of the images, it'll give you an idea where we're standing in the house as the image was taken. So this is standing at the end of the house, looking down that central hallway. This is the entry, and that's the corner doorway into that multi-purpose room. You can just make out the laundry down here. The study nook is around the corner. Turning around, we are now looking at the kitchen. The front yard's out this way, and there's another sliding door out to the backyard over here. Small but really effective kitchen with loads of storage, clever little pantry, induction cooking. This home is all electric, completely off gas, and a really functional and inviting space. Close up of the kitchen showing you the induction cooktop. Another angle on the kitchen and the dining space. So the morning sun absolutely floods through that front window now, and the 2 little girls who live in this home particularly love sitting in that sunshine and are often doing their craft activities at that table. A different angle again, showing you the connection through to the backyard past this living space, which actually has a piano on this wall and gets used for lots of family gatherings. This shot shows you the clever corner that opens up to connect through to that second living space, so it can function as one very large living space, or it can close down and become a snug little space for watching TV or listening to music or escaping from the rest of the family if you need to, or as I mentioned earlier, potentially for a guest. You can just make out a laptop in the clever little study nook there, which has a bit of an opening, so it still feels quite connected to the rest of the home. Another angle there shows you a bit more of the study nook and the entry space. This angle is from one end of the study nook, which shows that you're sitting here. You can, all of your mess or chaos as you sit in working here can be hidden from the main living spaces, but meanwhile you still have this nice connection through to the entry space and to that front dining area and that lovely natural light. A really, really clever study nook, this one, and a good storage above as well. Another angle on that. The main bathroom, very small footprint, but super effective and functional by moving all the storage up into the mirror cabinets. So they're nice, deep cabinets, so you can actually store loads of stuff. I've got the same cabinets at my own place. Really effective storage. And opening up under the basin just helps it to feel spacious, makes it nice and easy to clean and maintain, works extremely well. This is one of the kids' bedrooms. This is actually the child of one of the architects on my team, not the resident of the home, although he had a lovely time during the photo shoot. The windows, I should mention, are PVC double glazed windows, but they're a US system, not the European tilt and turn system. They are significantly cheaper than the European system, but I've been really surprised by how good they are. Thermally, their performance is very close. But again, you're restricted to sliding mechanisms, either horizontal or vertical. This is actually two images, so there's a divide down here, just showing that we've tucked that laundry space cleverly into a little alcove off the hallway, and that's sort of facing the washing machine and the sink and storage. This is the main bedroom, bedroom number one. The camera's actually in the wrong spot. It's actually over here looking back this way. So the hallway comes down here. The door opens. There's actually a lovely window there now. So there's a window at the end of the hallway. You come around the corner into the master bedroom. Loads of storage along this wall. Plenty of room for a nice queen size bed. And then you turn around and you head into the very clever little ensuite that we've created that's back to back with the other bathroom. Again, really efficient design. These clients, you'll notice here, there's actually tilt and turn PVC double glazed windows in the bathrooms. They wanted that tilt mechanism, so they invested in the slightly more expensive windows for the bathrooms and did the US system elsewhere. This is just a shot from outside, showing you how there were no windows here previously, and we wanted to put some windows in to give some connection through to the nice, again, the streetscape and the trees and get more winter sun in. So we actually cut through the bricks and infilled with WeatherTex cladding, which is a great affordable option. Just to refresh again what we started with, all these different compartments, was very hard for the family to feel connected and to really enjoy the yard around them. So we transformed things. And as you can also note on here, the star ratings. I've put the energy efficiency rating not only tells you the whole house performance, but allows us to look zone by zone to make sure we're really optimizing things. So you can see the living space, for example, went from 3.4 stars up to 7.2. The bedrooms have gone from 3.9, 4.2 stars, 4.4 up to 7, 7.5, 7.8 stars. So this house is loads more comfortable. It's a real pleasure. The clients are loving living in it. Same house, very much a new home. And I'd like to finish by again thanking the fantastic sponsors of this event and the Sustainable House Day crew who do an amazing job, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the day.